Hello and welcome to my first ever build in Paralives. I am absolutely in love with this game. I cannot go back to building in The Sims after this. As you can see, I just did a very basic floor plan. I raised the floor or the foundation a little, and I'm just trying to kind of sketch out the basic layout of the house, which was a bit tricky because I'm used to just taking the box wall tool, like sort of the room tool in The Sims, and just making boxes everywhere and trying out different shapes using that tool. But we don't have that here. We just have the normal wall tool, and we also have something called the separator tool, which is great, and I couldn't have done the porch without it, so it's really useful. As you can see, we do have some variety in the roofs, but the roof tools are not as advanced as in The Sims. Like, you can't make custom pieces as well. But yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with how the roofs turned out. Just remember that nothing is final so far, and I'm probably gonna change most of the build. I actually had to rebuild it from the scratch. Luckily, before I got to the furnishing part, but still, it was a hassle. The game is just a bit buggy, and those things can happen. So you can see I'm just trying to figure out something that works for the roof. I really wanted to use the advanced transformation tool like I did here, but I ended up ditching that idea because it was sort of like glitching on the sides. It didn't have a roof texture, it was just floating, so I thought it would be better to just have these sorts of basic roofs and not the angled ones. And I do hope that they will fix it in a future update. And now I'm just testing different kinds of paints. I'm going with this white siding. It's very classic suburban home, what I usually use in The Sims. And this sort of, I don't know what you would call it. I guess it's like a lattice foundation. Not sure. But here you can see me trying to figure out the porch portion of the house, which was a pain in the ass, if I'm completely honest. I spent so much time on this, and I was honestly surprised they even made it possible to build a porch like this. I wasn't sure if there were any platform tools or anything, but as you can see, I kind of made it work. This is definitely not how the final product is gonna look, but so I'm sort of just changing the columns here, and then this was a very tricky part. Oh, never mind. I'm trying out the different trims. They were not buggy, they worked well, but I just didn't like the look of some of them. And I think I ended up just going with a very simple trim on the top. So those are not here to stay. And as you can see, I'm sort of looking at different floor textures. Usually I go with like a stone or something, or planks, but I really didn't have any good stone options here, so I just decided to use the wooden planks. And I'm using the same ones on the porch and on the inside. So as you can see, I'm playing with the fence tool here and the separator tool, because the middle, where there were supposed to be stairs, I could not delete the fence at all with any button or any click. I looked through all the menus, and they didn't have a wall deletion tool that would only delete one section of the wall, so I had to make a separation and put the stairs there. But I'm quite surprised that it worked out in the end, and I'm pretty satisfied with the final product. Like I said, this is my first build, so no pressure. I'm just going with this sort of round roof, nothing too fancy. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna put these stairs here. I did have some problems, but I ended up resizing them and moving them somehow. I'm not sure how I got them to work, but you will see in a second. They just snap into place like that. So I got them to work in the end. I'm so thankful for this tool that removes the railings on either side. So the next thing I'm doing is sort of rotating all the floors. It took me a second to find that option. I didn't realize you had to click on the floor and then rotate it from there. I'm so used to doing it with the comma and period on the keyboard from The Sims. So yeah, it took some getting used to. And now I'm going through all the door options here. I did cut out some parts of the video already because this porch must have taken me an hour. I'm not even kidding. So yeah, I'm really, really glad we have this creative style type tool that we can we can customize pretty much anything without the textures, of course, but some of the build items do have different textures that you can mess around with. So just adding those railings back there, and then I'm getting started with the windows. So do keep in mind, this is the first time I'm going through all these options. It took some experimenting to find what worked the best, but as you can see, I'm sort of placing them here and there. I liked the first option, but it looked too much like a jail cell with the fence and like the narrow windows. I didn't like it at all. Like when I looked from the inside. So I'm just going with this larger option. And yet, as you can see, the wall does this thing where there's a chunk missing. So all you have to do is sort of like draw over the wall with the wall tool, and it will fix itself. So it's not a problem. I ended up using those kind of modern looking windows on the top, nothing too fancy. And I'm just sort of placing them here and there. I will figure out the layout of the windows very soon. I wanted to add, like, what do you call it? An accent window in the middle or on the roof, but you can't really place them on the roof piece. So, and I didn't really feel like it worked in the front either. So as you can see, I'm just going around the house with the windows, so every side has a couple, and then I'm getting started with placing them in the right spots. So yeah, I did change my mind a couple times, and as you can see, I'm placing a similar window in the back. I will be changing it, it won't be as long, so don't worry. And I just wanted to get the windows on each side before I start doing the floor plan. So that's what I'm doing here. It took me a little while to figure out what I wanted to do with this house, but I think we got there in the end. So just doing some basic rooms here and there. And as you can see, the second floor did this weird glitch where the floor just was gone. And it thought the ceiling tiles from the first floor were the floor tiles for the second one. So I got to paint those. So we do have a floor technically, but it's not a real floor. But it functions as one, and it looked like the second floor had outside lighting for a second, like the floor wall wasn't closed in enough. But it's just a visual glitch. I'm not sure. The lighting was completely fine when I got to furnishing and play testing the house, so nothing to worry about. I wanted 2 bedrooms at least up here. One of them ended up being a nursery and a bathroom on the end of the hallway. And now I'm just going through all of the windows, making sure none of them stick out too much and they're centered. I'm painting the walls here. I just went with a very neutral white because I wanted to have a very clean slate for this house. I wasn't sure about the furnishing style or anything like the sort of options we have available, but I did end up going through most of the furnishings, and they're very, very nice, I would say so. They don't look outdated or anything like maybe in The Sims. I don't want to trash talk the game too much, but yeah, I'm just completely obsessed with this. So as you can see, we made some rooms here and there, and I'm just placing some small details under the stairs. They're sort of these exposed stone or brick formations, I guess. But I do think they end up giving the house a nice little something. So now I'm just going around moving all of the bushes and rocks to be nice and uniform, and adding a couple here and there in front of the house, and then moving those away because we're gonna have a fence there. I did want to match the house, at least on some level, to the ones next to it. So I do think I ended up doing pretty good. It's not the exact same style, but it's sort of in the same caliber. So yeah, I placed a tree in the front, and I really like the terrain options and landscaping options, I mean, in this game. All of the plants, all of the bushes, all of the rocks, everything looks gorgeous so far. As you can see, we did have some trouble with the fence tool. I'm pretty sure it's because of the lot shape. It's not a straight line, so it did have some issues, but I fixed them by just doing that one piece later. And here we can't even place that piece, so we have to put a bush there. But it doesn't stick out much, so yeah. Placing some shrubbery here and there. I know I placed the rocks a little sloppily, but I do think I will end up deleting some of them. Oh yeah, I cut that part out. So I'm just going under the house with the terrain tool, and just sort of making the effect that the house is heavy and it's like pushing into the ground and there's like dirt under it. It's what I always do in The Sims. I think it adds like a little nice shading to your house. It's not very noticeable, but when you start doing it, you can't stop because all of the houses look unfinished if they don't have this, in my opinion at least. So yeah, we do have a nice backyard here, and I'm sort of putting the dirt under the trees, and here I am experimenting with some shutters because I really wanted to use them in this build. That's what I had in mind, but they ended up being glitched in a way that I couldn't flip them. They would flip on the inside and outside of the house instead of the left and right side, so I didn't get them to work. I'm guessing it was probably a skill issue. Here I am going through the flower boxes, just trying to think of something to put in there. I wasn't sure about all the options, but I did see they have quite a few, and you can resize them and everything. I did end up cutting this part out because it took me, again, like 30 or 45 minutes, I think, because I had to resize all of them and like make them sort of sit perfectly and not look too duplicated, if that makes sense. So I just thought it would be easier if I didn't include that in the video because it would have taken a very long time to sit through. And here I am putting some trash cans and a grill outside. I'm not going to do too much to the backyard. I'm just going to keep the shrubbery and all the trees and just add a few things here and there. Here you can see we have some outside lighting, and I'm putting an electrical box on the back of the house. Yes, okay. And we have quite a few, like, if you saw, I put like a TV antenna, some kind of antenna on top of the house. I thought that was a very cute detail. And here I am going through the ivy that is climbing. I'm pretty sure it's called ivy. I'm not sure. But yeah, you can flip those pieces as well so they don't look the exact same. And I really wanted to use this plastic chair because it's sort of the essential American household furnishing. Like when I think of like a small suburban home in America. I think of those plastic chairs for some reason. I'm not sure why. But I wanted to add that, but I didn't end up going with it because I felt like it didn't really fit. So it just put a bench there. And here I am putting a lounge chair next to this glitched piece of this flower piece. I had to cover it with a plant. And here I am putting this plant pot on the side of the house, another cute little decoration that I really wanted to add somewhere, so I thought I would just put it outside. And as you can see, the big plant in front hides the flowers completely. I'm not sure what happened. I couldn't delete them in any way. So yeah, and something very cool that you guys probably know is you can type custom text on the welcome mat. And I just put welcome with some spacing on the sides. I just wanted to keep it simple. And here we are going to the inside of the house. I first thought I was going to make this space a living room, but then I thought a dining room would probably fit better because I didn't think of a way to fit the couch and the TV without it looking too like messy and stuff. So it's just a small little dining room. Oh, wow. Yeah, that happened a lot. So I'm sort of using my free will to the max and making pretty much all of the furnishings the same shade of wood. Because one of the things that bugs me in the Sims very bad is all the mismatched wood types. Like none of them are identical to each other. But yeah, so this cute little dining table, a mirror here, a sideboard there, and a small rocking chair. And now I'm just going through some of the curtain options that we have in the game. And I ended up liking this one quite a lot. It does remind me of the ones in The Sims, but yeah, I just wanted a computer nook there, sort of like a small office area with a computer and a corkboard, nothing fancy. This is the only computer in the house, so I couldn't fit one anywhere else really. But I'm just sort of looking for clutter options here. We do have very many of them, which I am very pleased with. I love clutter. Cluttering is probably my favorite part of any build ever. And now I'm sort of going through the painting options, or should I say frame options, because sorry, you can use any sort of painting. You can even upload custom images. I will be utilizing that very soon. I just have to find some nice paintings to put in the game. And as you can see, I'm sort of placing clutter here and there, making the space look more lived in. I do think it's sort of a nice mix of modern and sort of traditional suburban. Not sure, but this is exactly the kind of house I would build in The Sims. And we have this grandfather clock in two options. One of them is hanging on the wall, and I really like both of them. I'm gonna be putting the one on the wall next to the rocking chair. And as you can see, I'm sort of going through the different plant options. You can resize them freely. And a nice little coat rack. I will be changing the position of it very soon when I rearrange the entryway of the house. So I wanted something for this space over here, and I ended up going with a piano and a guitar and a plant and a lamp. I think it's a cute little space. You can look out the window and sort of practice piano. And one of the things I really appreciate in the game is the search function, because I just looked up music and it showed me all of the instruments in the game, which I think is very useful. So they have like sort of hidden keywords, I guess. So yeah, I'm placing some more wall decorations here. Next, I'm gonna do the shoes in the entryway, we do have quite a few options. You can customize the color on all of them and the size. Pretty satisfied with them so far. I was sure I was gonna have to like download some Clutter CC and everything like almost right away, but no, I'm very satisfied with the options available like right now. So I did get rid of the other mirror here because I thought it was way too many in one little space. So I ended up replacing it with a funky little lamp. And I found those light switches in the wall decoration category, and I am a sucker for small details like that, so I had to add them everywhere. So yeah, here I am looking for the plant. One of the great things in Paralives is the pathing does not mind if, for example, there's a plant right there. Like the paras will be able to walk past them with no effort at all. So here is the smaller version of the clock that I will be putting on the wall, and some other wall decorations for the stairs. These plates, I really hope that you could change the color of the plates, but you couldn't, and that's fine. I still like how they looked. So here I am. I placed sort of neutral curtains everywhere, so I didn't have to do that later. And here I am sort of decorating the hallway, making it up as I go. I wasn't sure what I was doing, but I was very pleased to see that you can change the carpet sizes too. And so I made 2 rugs, sort of almost connect, but not quite. I was a little bummed you couldn't make them a little more narrow, but yeah, it's fine. Here I am placing a plant here, and I wanted a bookshelf to go on this wall because I don't think I had any at this point in the house. And yeah, now I think I'm gonna place some paintings on the wall there. Yeah, just sort of copying that. The options that are provided in the game they're quite fun. I really like most of them. Some of them can be like used with each other, like they're in the same style, have the same colors, everything. So now I'm looking through the crib options and just making it as plain as I can, because the color will come from the carpet and the furnishings. I will be changing the color of this carpet, but I will do it when the room is finished. So don't worry, it's not gonna stay like that forever. Here I am placing some more items for the kid and some toys on the carpet. I did end up finding this very magnificent shelf. It's shaped like Cinderella's castle or whatever, and you can actually place the toys on there. So I will be getting that very soon and sort of moving the toys from the floor mostly to around the shelf. It's this option right here, and you can I thought I was gonna go with this sort of blue theme, but I did not end up changing it to this sort of pastel pink, baby pink vibe for this room. And so yeah, I'm putting the toys over there. I'm a really big fan of the plushie options we have. They're very cute, and I knew I wanted to have some more color in this room. And I thought of doing a collage on the empty wall. So that's what I'm gonna be doing here next. We do have a frame option where the frame is pretty much invisible, so you can sort of pretend like they're posters. And yeah, I chose some animal pictures because there were the most of them in the options I had to choose from, and I really like this sort of I don't know, it's just a cute collage for the kid. It's sort of these muted tones, turquoise, green, some pink, yellow, very cute. And yeah, some more posters on the wall here, a cute little dog, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put a calendar there also. And yeah, lighting for the house. So I end up doing the master bedroom next, and I wasn't sure what kind of colors to go with. So I just kind of looked at my options and I'm testing out a few carpets. I'm pretty sure I did change it later on in the video, but I wanted something a bit more cheerful and colorful in the bedroom because I didn't want the whole house to be black and white and sort of just depressing. And these little nightstands here. And yeah, I didn't end up doing much to the bedroom other than this. I put a painting on the wall and we were pretty much done here. So I ended up going with this nice nature picture. It looks like a safari, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, here I am putting the calendar in the nursery. And next I wanted to do the bathroom. I did have some laundry items already there because I was pretty sure I was going to put a washing machine and a dryer in this house, even though they're not functional, I don't think. But we didn't end up having enough space for that. So we do have these small little bathrooms, but they are more than enough for repair. They can do all of the needed actions here. So just sort of testing out the different tiles, went with this white brick for the floor and this sort of beige marble-ish thing for the walls. And I really love the clutter options here. The toothpaste, the face cream, everything. Love it. It's exactly the kind of thing I would have been CC shopping for. So just adding some plants here. And yeah. I really don't think you can get enough of plants in a house. Like when you're in doubt, just add some plants. That's my motto. Yeah, I'm just sort of looking at the house at this point and just trying to fit another painting here. And next we're going to the living room. We already have this cityscape painting. I'm pretty sure it's New York. Already there. So I placed this average size TV and I'm just sort of finding new things as I go along. I found this air conditioning thing that I wanted to put on the top of the doors. So it's just another small detail that adds realism and which I think makes the house look more put together. And yeah. Sort of going around moving things here and there. I did find some radiators along with the air conditioning, so I realized that there was quite a bit of empty space under all of the windows. So I'm just going here and moving things around a bit and adding radiators and everything. Now there's more space in the entryway, and I'm gonna put a radiator under that painting right there. So now I'm just looking through all of the couch options that we have. I didn't want anything too big, so this two-seater is very nice. One thing I do have to say, like when I was almost finished with the build, I did end up like going a bit insane over the carpet options because I felt like the striped one was the only one that like really fit the house. So I had to like as you can see, I have 3 of them or had. I deleted one of them. I made one of them yellow in the bedroom, and I ended up going with this gray striped one for the living room. I think it looks nice, and sort of adding a plant there, a lamp there, and we're almost done. So and this goofy little painting over here, I like it very much. And I do end up adding a clock and some fairy lights with photos over the TV. I wasn't sure if they fit or no, but it did look quite empty without it. And I'm I'm adding a switch there, and I just wanted something above the TV. I didn't want a painting because I already have like 2 paintings in the room. So I went with the photos. And I'm sort of adding the ceiling lights everywhere. And I'm finishing the downstairs bathroom that is next to the kitchen. Nothing too fancy, just copying the toilet. And you can see I'm changing the colors of the nursery at this point and the carpets here. The nursery does look much nicer, I would say, with the pink tones and the sort of beige castle shelf. And I wanted to add wall lights because I felt like it was missing those. I did cut some of the video here because I ended up placing the wrong ones and they looked very odd in the night when they were turned on. So I went with this more sort of natural lighting option. And here I am placing them here and there, making sure they are centered. And I really feel like this ties the whole house together. And now I'm getting started with the last room, which is the kitchen. So we already have a clock here. I really like the look of it, so I just put it here. I wasn't sure if I was going to use it here or somewhere else. And it took me a second to figure out the cabinet system in this game. You can sort of, you can choose like custom pieces, like corner pieces and small pieces, but you have to click on the icon in the build menu. And it took me a second to realize that, but I got it figured out in the end. And I really like this empty piece. You can put a dishwasher under. It's very nice. And I'm going with the sort of white and metallic appliances. Putting a hood there, and yeah, just filling up the space. I really wanted some wall cabinets as usual because I feel like they're essential to pretty much any build, but they didn't end up fitting anywhere, so I just sort of ditched the idea. We have this cute little apron on the wall, a microwave there, coffee maker here because we do have some coffee packs in the clutter, and I wanted to use that, but I didn't have a coffee machine, so I got one. These cutting boards, like, do you see what I mean? These are like CC items in The Sims. Like, this is exactly what I would download from Tumblr very often. And it's so nice to have like all of these baked into the game. And I'm sure we'll be getting way more options as the development of the game goes on. So I'm very, very excited for what the future will bring. Here I am just looking through all the different sorts of clutter, putting a pan there, or a pot, I mean. A kitchen scale there, and I was really thinking like, what should I do with the rest of this space? All of the walls look empty. I knew there were going to be stools in front of the island, so I had to make space for that. But yeah, I really wanted to use a carpet here in front of the sink, or like a towel or something, but we didn't really have any good options that didn't like stand out too much, if that makes sense. Like, all of them look a bit too like flashy for this very neutral kitchen. So yeah, here I am going through the bar stool options. Very nice, very many options already. I picked these ones, really like them, and now I was figuring out what to put on the walls here. So here I am looking for different cabinets and shelves, and I ended up going with this one. So I put a trash can here, and I'm just sort of going around the house putting wall lights to places that don't have them yet, and sort of changing the size and colors of a few things here and there to make it all sort of blend together more naturally. And I put a sort of a very distinct ceiling light over the island. I think it fits nice. So now for the tour of the house. This is the kitchen with the plants here and a nice little sun decoration there. I do wish I ended up cluttering it more, but here is the living room. I'm pretty satisfied with how it looks. It could have been a little better, but this is just me getting the hang of things, and this was a pretty ambitious build, I would say, for the first time. I'm very interested in how many hours it took in total. But yeah, here is the nursery and the master bedroom. Nothing too special, just sort of very simple and traditional. I did not know how to hide the UI options, so I'm very sorry for that. And I hope you will stay tuned until the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you like this, and I will try to upload this and put the link in the description.